Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Voices of British Orthodoxy. Today is the 28th of July, as according to the old calendar. I'm, of course, Rita Lazar. Welcome to Voices of British Orthodoxy. Today we have a couple of saints. Actually, no, we have one saint in the book, who you can see on the right, and then we have an extra entry in the group chat. So, I will start off with the extra entry in the group chat first. I know, very surprising. Our first entry of the day is Saint Ardwin, also known as Ardraino, Arduino, patron saint of Trepano in the south of Italy, 7th century. He was one of four English pilgrims who reposed in this region in the 7th century. He was ordained a priest by St. Augustine of Canterbury. He was a pilgrim to the Holy Land together with three comrades and a fellow English, Gerard, Fulk, and Bernard, also venerated as saints. If I remember correctly, I think we covered Saint Fulk a few months back. I don't remember what the day was, but I do remember that we did cover him. After a pilgrimage to Rome to visit the tombs... sorry about that. Of the apostles Peter and Paul, he stopped at Caprano where the plague was widespread. He therefore decided to stay there, giving help to citizens who were sick. He died shortly after freeing most of the city from the plague. Thanks to divine intervention, one of the altars of the ancient Vatican Basilica was dedicated to Saint Arduino. And the saint today that you can see his icon here, Saint Samson. I'll read his entry in the book first. One of the great... So Saint Samson, also known as Samson, and he is from the 6th century, one of the greatest missionaries of the 6th century in Western Europe. Saint Samson of Dol evangelized for Christ in Ireland, Cornwall, the Channel Islands, and Brittany. A Welsh monk, Saint Samson began as a disciple of Saint Illtyd, who we will commemorate on the 6th of November, at his great nursery of Saints Llantwit, and then went on to Caldy Island, where he served as abbot. Instructed in a vision, Saint Samson left Caldy, living for a while as a hermit near the River Severn. He then went to Ireland and to Cornwall, where he was consecrated. I should probably say he was consecrated bishop by where he was a consecrated bishop by Saint Dubricius, who we will commemorate on the 14th of November. Saint Samson finally settled in Brittany, where he spent the rest of his life enlightening the Britons. From his base at Dol, the exact date of Saint Samson's repose is unknown. Records show that he attended the councils of Paris in AD 553 and AD 557, so he reposed sometime after 557. He was almost immediately venerated as a saint. Initially buried at Dol, Saint Samson's relics were later translated to Paris. And his entry in the group chat is Saint Samson of Dol, Bishop of Dol in Brittany, c. 565. Born in Wales, he became a disciple of Saint Illtyd at Llantwit Major, and then for a time was a monk and abbot of the monastery on Caldy Island. He left Caldy and visited Ireland. He then went to Cornwall and was consecrated bishop by Saint Dubricius. Finally, he crossed to Brittany and spent the rest of his life enlightening that country. Basing himself at Dol, he was one of the greatest missionaries of his century. May those saints intercede for us before the righteous judge. There haven't been any saints, even in the group chat, the last few days, so there wasn't any reason for me to upload, and I couldn't think of any specials to upload / try and get the blessing to upload. So yeah, there is that. Doesn't seem like he has any, Troparians or Kontakians, but he has his icon here. Anyway, hope you all had a very wonderful Lord's Day, because today is Sunday. God bless you all, and Amen.